Hey, there we are, up and running. It's a Thursday night. I'm a little bit late. I'm sorry for that, folks. Running a little behind tonight, but we're here to talk about bass fishing in the Northeast Texas area. See what the best baits are. If y'all know some, please tell me some, because it's gotten a little tough all of a sudden. A lot of water in the lakes, and it's not easy to catch them right now, folks, I'm going to tell you. Hope y'all doing all right. When you get in here, go ahead and drop me a comment. Let me know that you're kicking. Looks like we already got quite a few. Don't forget the crankbait on the hat. Yeah, I need to have the crankbait on the hat. I probably do. What's up? Crazy Sibs. What's going on? Who's the rain man down there? I'm pretty sure his name is Constant and Unrelentless. Is who the rain's name is. Where's Kevin Van Dam? Kevin Van Dam, I hope he's in here tonight. That sucker's funny. Oh, Kevin Van Dam's got a pretty good sense of humor. Last week in the fish were not biting. Boys, it has been tough. Tough. It's really weird. I don't know what's going on. Ricky Bobby's here. That's good. We got Ricky Bobby and Kevin Van Dam. This ought to be a real show, if you know what I mean. Willie Allen. There's KVD. All right, good deal. We got our locals here. Try to move this thing along as I'm rambling in the beginning. You know that's not good. Anyways, guys, fishing is very tough right now for everybody that I've talked to on Lake Fork and on most lakes. Besides some power plant lakes, I have not heard any good reports coming from any water bodies, from anybody that I've talked to, and I've talked to a bunch. It's just a lot of new water, and they've got to settle in. And any day now, it could get better, and it should get better. It was getting better. As you saw, some of the fish we caught on the videos this week were really good, and then we got 18 inches of rain or whatever it's been. So it's just kind of one of them deals. Mother Nature's throwing us a curveball right where we should be getting to the peak of the fall bite. There's a lot of new water, a lot of different water colors within the lake, and it's a little bit of a grind. One good positive thing that I did notice, I was running from the dirty water and kind of focusing on the clear water main lake pockets. Now I'm starting to see more fish activity back in some of those areas that had the dirtier water. The water back there is clearing up a little bit, and we're starting to see some more life, signs of life, and good activity. So that being said, let's talk about the best baits. The top 5 is not even 5 tonight, because honestly, a lot of it's a guess because we're not catching them consistently on much of anything. The only 2 things that do have any consistency to it, first one right here, it's a shad patterned 6 cents Quake 70 right there. We're throwing that a lot. That's one of our more consistent baits. And then the other one is, wouldn't you know it, a black with blue flake smash stick. So just a 5-inch stick that's black with blue flake is our other consistent bait. And those are the 2 things that we caught fish on this morning. And that's the 2 things. All right, so what color is that Quake? JD, I got your text. I'm going to get back with you as soon as I can, bud, this evening. I'm the world's worst about knowing what the colors are, man. I just go on there and pick the ones on the site that look like shad patterns that look good to me. I can't even tell you what the name of that color is, but I will find out this evening, JD, and I'll text you. Can I see the chat? I can see the chat. Yes, I can see the chat. Need the Redneck Wi-Fi booster. You know what's funny is I have boosters. Like, I have a video on that. I do have a video that can help you on plastics. Here we go. We'll go ahead and try to hang this from my hat and see if it helps. I guess this is really going to actually become a thing. I was joking last week, but now we're going to try it for real. I'll make sure that's on there good because I really don't want a 6-cent hook because they're pretty sharp. All right. So now we're back in business. We got the old Redneck Wi-Fi booster attached, and we'll see if the signal holds up. I have a lot of videos on plastics. I have videos on weightless plastics, Texas rig plastic, Carolina rig plastics, Husker do plastics, Husker don't plastics. The only trap. I like it, Willie Allen, Wally Trap. Tim Rhodes says, can I have some free hats, baits, anything? This not big enough. I need that big C25 signal. So I think the real story here is one of the guys that may or may not be a real big fan of me. His wife works for the internet service provider that I use. I think I'm gonna blame it on him now because they blame me for everything, so I'm blaming him. What about the bunghole whistler, screaming memes, whistling kitty chasers? Yep, we need all those involved. I hate my Wi-Fi life. I need a foil 6-cent hat. I'll get on Casey, see if he can make me a foil hat for my Wi-Fi signal issues. Man, it's amazing that you guys stay with me on this craziness that is my Wi-Fi signal sometimes. I do have boosters. I try, guys. I try to get, I don't know what the deal is. I'm trying everything I can to make this work. Short of figuring out how to connect the internet line directly into my phone, which is really, I don't know how I would do that, but tardy to the party. Party with Bacardi. Huh? That's what I'm talking about. Ready for a cold water jig bite. Man, I'm ready for any kind of bite that'll be consistent. Holy cow! Ben Show, we embrace the suck. I love you. And yes, we do embrace it. What am I doing for Halloween? I am going fishing. That's what I'm doing for Halloween. Personal hotspot on my phone. I need to turn on a personal hotspot on my phone. Okay. I need to do that. That's something I have not tried. We will try that next week because we're too late now. Am I throwing any swim baits? Not really. 2-1 actual. Could you repeat your last? You're broken and unreadable. Jeez. Learning a lot from the videos. Really appreciate you. Jeff Williams, really appreciate you watching them, man. It's awesome. Thank you for watching. We didn't have these internet issues in the garage. Actually, we had worse internet issues in the garage until about 2 weeks ago. What's crazy is until like a few weeks ago, in this room, we got a great signal. I never really had too many problems. But, yeah. Am I running more deep than shallow? I'm running everything in between, trying a little thing. It's really tough to stay on any kind of consistent bite at all right now. I'm doing both every day. Did I ever find the rod with the spoon that I lost? No, it's out there. It's out there to be had. If you guys find it, let me know. Holler at your boy. My thought on the ZX200, it's probably the best 19-foot class boat on the market. I really think the ZX200 is a great deal, a great value. It's a really, really good boat for a 19-foot boat. I put it up against any of them out there, honestly. And the package deal you get with it is second to none as well. Skeeter does a great job on their packages and their value. Did you get the pick? Oh, I meant to get back with you, John Kincaid. I did get it, man. That was a stud. Congratulations, buddy. That was a big fish. That was awesome. I started GoFundMe for Billy to get a new rod and spoon. If y'all start a GoFundMe for a new rod and spoon, I will donate the GoFundMe back to one of y'all. That's funny. I can catch an 8-pound... Dude, I could catch an 8-pound bass out of my yard right now, more than likely. There's enough water out there to hold one, I guarantee you, bud. Somebody said I could catch an 8-pound bass out of a ditch, but I can't get the internet to work. These things are true, people. They're facts. This is not fake news, and there's no fake news around here. Everything in these comments is 100% fact-based news. Tim, you know me too well. I promise you, I'm thinking about dinner real hard right now, buddy. Oh, Blake Horton joining us, joining the party a little late. If y'all have any questions, man, go ahead and fire them away. I'd be happy to answer. We've been rapid firing tonight. There's not much to talk about, man. My two baits are Lipless Crankbait from 6 Cents, Quake Series, and a 5-inch stick bait, black or blue flake. Nothing complicated or complex. I think the new 6th Sense box, if you want a subscription box that's going to give you nothing but actual quality baits that will catch fish for a long time for you, I would get on the 6th Sense subscription box. By the way, come see us tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Lake Fork Marina. We are having our seminar, so we hope to see some of you guys there. If you're watching the live stream tonight and you show up tomorrow, I want to know. Let me know when you get there that, hey, you were on the live stream the night before. How to get a good largemouth bite on Dale Hollow come November. What kind of structure? What? Isn't Dale Hollow in like Tennessee or something? I have no idea. I don't know anything about Dale Hollow except they have big smallmouth, which I know nothing about smallmouth. Maybe the warmer well. Yeah, I mean, something's got to help. Like, the bite's bad right now, but it's going to get good. Like, literally, it could be tomorrow. It could be Saturday. It could be a week from now. I don't know when. But the fall bite's going to kick off in a big way soon. We'll just see. Speaking of fireworks, do you have any crap flappers or ladyfinger or spine splitters, or are you going to shove a sparkler up a bullfrog's butt? This is why KVD, ladies and gentlemen, this is why he joins the show. He is absolutely great comedic relief. All right, here's a good question. Do I buy all my baits online, or do I have a store I go to? I buy a lot of stuff online. Ship a lot of, all my 6th Sense stuff comes from online. Although there's a new store in Tyler, Texas that carries a ton of 6th Sense stuff. You'll see it on the channel next week. But I pick, I throw a lot of Smash Tech stuff as well, and I get those in person here. I use Oak Ridge and Lake Fork Marina both to buy tackle. The new Gander Outdoors. Somebody's asking about the new store. The new Gander Outdoors carries a ton of 6th Sense stuff in Tyler, guys. I do use Oak Ridge and Lake Fork Marina to buy like all my hooks and weights and different stuff like that. Wish the bite would show up on Palestine Saturday for our high school tournament. I see many zeroing. Gander Outdoors. Yeah, the new Gander Outdoors carries a lot of 6th Sense stuff. There's a pawn shop in Longview that also carries a lot of 6th Sense stuff as well. I can't remember. Solid Pond? I think it's called Solid Pond. It's actually owned by an FLW Tour angler, Jordan Osborne. The 6th Sense Magnum Square Bill. I've played with it a little bit. I haven't fished it enough. I need to get on that, honestly. I should have done it this spring when we were doing that shallow bite on the shell beds, and I didn't. I should have, though. In the market for 2 new fish finders. I was wondering if you were any guys that use the 3D functions on your Lowrance units. No, I do not. I have not enough knowledge to comment on the 3D features on Lowrance. Sorry. I can't find any 6th Sense around here. Well, KVD, that's because you're in Michigan. I don't know that they got 6th Sense in Michigan, bro. Just order it online. And be sure to use that code, Your Lake Fork Guide, to get a 10% discount when you go to 6thsensefishing.com. Have I been to McGee Creek? I hadn't been to McGee Creek in a long time. How do you think the bite at Fork will be in about 3 weeks? I'm hoping and I'm thinking it should be really good. It's typically really good at that time, and we're kind of, this has put a delay in it. So this thing's got to go off at some point. These fish got to do their feeding thing that they do every fall. I mean, nature won't let them, not do it. So they're going to have to. And, 3 weeks from now, I would think the bite's going to be really good. But, I would have thought it was going to be really good right now, honestly, and it's not. So we'll see. Watched a video to yours today about using spoons. I couldn't tell, but do you use a swivel on your spoons? I do not use a swivel on my flutter spoons. I use one on my jigging spoon. Flutter spoon actually goes back and forth. It doesn't spin like a jigging spoon will, so I don't use a swivel on it. I mean, you could, though. It wouldn't really hurt anything if you did use a swivel. How do I use a spoon? You should watch the video that got posted last night because it's a complete guide to spoon fishing. Do I have that new Mad Dog yet? I'm not sure what that is, Nick Cavazos. I don't know what the new Mad Dog is. KVD uses Strike King. Not our KVD. Running or McGee for the fall. Man, there's so many good creeks in the fall. I don't know that you want to limit yourself to when it gets good and they start migrating back to these creeks. You don't want to be limiting yourself to like a creek. I mean, you want to fish all of them. If you're going to fish running, you want to have Coffee on the list. You want to have Glade on the list. You want to have Rogers on the list. If you're fishing McGee, you want to have Birch on the list and Board Tree and Pinson. And, they can all be good in the fall. So you don't want to limit yourself to one at a time. MD 2020. They got a new flavor, MD 2020. I ain't had MD 2020 since I was in high school. I mean, 21, yeah. The big topwater. Oh, the big topwater bait. Yes, I do have that. We have not had the topwater bite where I felt confident to really use it yet, but I do own it. Yes, I can't wait. Just give me a sign. I'm ready to throw that thing. It looks delicious. Is it good to fish with brown water in the boat in cooler weather? That's a negative. It is good to fish with brown water in the boat. That's the end of the sentence. There's nothing else. Best color for Movement 80X, probably Bone Reactor or Wild Shad. I like those two a lot. Tried my luck in Searcy during the Berkeley and laid down the hurt with the Wild Shad 80X up in Searcy. Catching them up in Searcy on the 80X. I like it. Can you get past the bridge in Pinson? No. I mean, I actually saw a guy when the lake was up one time. He actually trimmed his motor down, dropped his power poles, and took his cowling off to get his skeeter boat under the bridge in Pinson. That was pretty funny. Never seen anybody take a cowling off to get under a bridge, but that guy did. Oh, no, that wasn't Pinson. That was the back of Board Tree. No, you can't get through that bridge in Pinson. You can't. What was the biggest bass for Berkeley? It was an 8-something. You want to hear something funny? The 9-something that I caught in the video yesterday, I caught it on Monday. The day after the Berkeley. We only caught like 4 fish that day, but one of them was a 9-pounder. I mean, it is bad. How to fish 70-degree water or 60 when it's sunny? There's so many more things that need to be considered. I mean, time of year, seasonal pattern, cover, where you at in the country. Like, there's so many more things that need to be considered there. Jonky K says he got second, but it was in the slot, so he couldn't weigh it in. Man, I hate them when they get close to the slot. You are very welcome, sir. The Dogma. That's the one. That's the topwater bait 6-pack Dogma. Of course, Austin. Of course, buddy. Somebody says they figured there would be a 12 caught. Well, one thing you got to realize, I think Lake Fork is a victim of its own success in a lot of ways. Have I ever been in Crane Lake? Of course I've been in Crane Lake. I've been to all the places. There's nowhere on Lake Fork y'all are going to say that I haven't been at some point. So if you're asking me if I've been into an area on Lake Fork, the answer is yes. Lake Fork gets to be a victim of its own success because there's been so many big fish, and there's so many, like, some of these tournaments where there'll be 30-something overs caught and, all these giant fish that have come out of the lake over the years that people just expect every time there's an hourly tournament, they expect to catch a 15-pounder, 13-pounder, 12-pounder. There's no lake in the country that kicks out a 12-pounder every time you have a tournament on it. There's no lake in the country that kicks out a 10-pounder every time you have a tournament on it. Now, Lake Fork, 99.9% of the time, it takes a double-digit class fish to win an hourly big fish tournament. Now, you think about that. And you think about all the hourly tournaments that are out there across the country, and you tell me how many lakes it takes a double-digit fish dang near pretty much every time. There's one. And that's why it's the Goat Lake, guys. That's why it's the Goat Lake. Yeah, Pickwick. Pickwick's had its little upward cycle right now. We'll see where Pickwick is in 5 years. Where was it 5 years ago? They weren't catching 10-pounders every hourly tournament out of Pickwick 5 years ago there, KVD. KVD, he must live on Pickwick. I wish he lived around here. I'd take him fishing. We go filming with him. KVD, when you come to, if you ever come down here to Texas, you need to let me know. I need to take you out and do some videoing with you. Well, Big Fish Bennett, I appreciate what you're saying there. I'm not too sure about the second half of that, but the first half is absolutely correct. Hey, on a side note, has anybody noticed? I shouldn't say anything, but y'all notice how long we've been going here? It's nice. Have I heard about any giants out of Nacogdoches area very often? Oh, yeah. Nacogdoches is full. So, all right, I'm going to let y'all in on some of my top secret juice here. Well, it's not top secret, but it's old school top secret. Like, people have kind of forgotten about it. There's a little niche group that still fishes it, and they're all fixing me mad. Lake Pinkston, down there around Nacogdoches, has an unbelievable amount of giant fish in it for a little bitty lake. And there's guys that go out there and all they do is throw big swim baits because there's giants in there. And it's Lake Pinkston has got monsters in it, y'all. I'm just telling you. Little bitty lake right outside of Nacogdoches. You got to go like 15 miles down a damn logging road or something, but you better hope another boat ain't coming in when you coming out when you trying to go in. But it's got some big fish in it. What is my least favorite lake I've ever fished? Lake Fork the last few days. No, no, just kidding. Least favorite lake I've ever fished. There was one in Oklahoma. I'm trying to remember the name of it. It starts with an H. My uncle lives up there. It was terrible. I mean, terrible. Horrible. Well, I didn't have a good day on it. It wasn't what I'm used to. It was completely different from what I'm comfortable with. It was just above Fort Gibson on that same river chain, I think. I'm trying to remember what the name of that lake was. Anyway, I don't know. Lake Natchitoches is really good too. Lake Natchitoches is really good. Timmy Rhodes, you need to delete that last comment that you just made, sir. Hudson, that's the one in Oklahoma. I only fished it for part of a day, but it just didn't suit my eye very well. It was a beautiful lake, but I didn't really like the way it was set up. Somebody says Hubbard's not the worst. They catch giants out of Hubbard, man. I've only fished Hubbard, I think, once, but we actually lost a lot of big fish that day. It was tough on us, but I mean, it was our fault that it was tough. That was kind of deal on that Hudson Lake, man. It was just super, super clear water, and it was really, really deep, and it was like, man, this ain't my thing, man. I don't. Wheeler Lake is the worst? I don't know if it's the worst. Here's the deal, guys. You know what the worst lake is? It's one that none of us ever hear of because nobody fishes it because it's terrible. All right. Well, I think the Houston Texans are... Oh, here we go. Here goes the signal. Hang on, baby. Hang on. Come back, Shane. Shane, come back. Oh, it came back. Look at there. How about that? I think the Houston Texans are also... Everybody, let's get off this live stream and everybody go pull for the Texas football team that's playing tonight. And appreciate all you guys. Like I said, come see us tomorrow night, 6 p.m., Lake Fork Marina, free seminar. If you're on this live stream watching and you get there tomorrow night, be sure and let me know that you were watching last night. I would like to know how many of you guys are taking in both in the same week. I think that's really, really cool, man. It's awesome. It's humbling that you guys actually want to talk to me about fishing because I love doing it so much. So thank you all so much. And, keep them lines tight. We'll see you next time right here on your Lake Fork Bad Signal Wi-Fi Guide.